Batman The Last Night on Earth issue 1 sees Batman head out on a strange case he's been following for a year, which alarms Batman since in the case there's been no break and no grandstanding Batman villain, only a giant outline of a dead Batman over Gotham, with the place the outline's heart would be positioned in Crime Alley. Batman arrives, and as Alfred implores him to be careful, he approaches a small child holding an umbrella. Batman goes to look at the child but reveals that he has been zombified. As he looks over the boy, the zombie boy's arm turns into a gun, shooting Bruce in the head. Bruce reawakens strapped to a table, where a doctor who looks strikingly similar to Joker is relieved he is alive. Bruce wants to know what's going on, but the doctor says that this is the first time in many years Bruce isn't being tricked, since a new drug called Heliox is being used to treat him, so Bruce is actually finally here in reality with them thanks to it. The doctor says his name is Redmond Hudd, and Bruce has been in Arkham Asylum for 20 years. Bruce yells to be let out, but Redmond just moves his gurney into a standing position where Bruce sees Alfred, who is shocked to finally see his son still alive. Redmond says that Bruce's scans show that he is still waking up, but this is really Bruce. Bruce wants Alfred's help, and Alfred says that he will be helping him since no one blames him for what he did, since he wasn't in his right mind back then. Bruce wants to know what happened, and Alfred mournfully tells him that years ago he killed his parents in an alley. Bruce says that he couldn't have, but Alfred has had enough and reveals that the other patients of the asylum and how he is hurting them, since they are trying to help him. Alfred says that everyone in the asylum cares for Bruce, but all he does is cast them as villains in his mind's stage drama where he is a person called the Batman. Bruce knows that Scarecrow or Hatter are behind this, but Alfred gives up, leaving Bruce for Dr. Redmond, who injects Bruce and knocks him out. Waking up in his padded cell, Bruce begins looking for a hole in the illusion, but only finds a coin and a miniature T-Rex toy hidden in a crevice. He bangs and tears at the cage, yelling that he will never believe this illusion. Later on, Bruce talks with Alfred, who has an excuse for every piece of information Bruce has, from how he knows multiple languages to how he can fight. He says he brought Bruce his cowl, and Bruce gets happy for a moment, but it is revealed that the cowl is nothing more than a straitjacket, and his mask is a shock therapy bridle. Bruce says that he doesn't know what to do anymore, and Alfred tells him to accept it for what it is, and they can go home to the manor. Bruce takes the mask, saying that he's going to need the suit back. In less than 5 minutes, Bruce has beaten his way to the 3rd floor, and then to the 7th as the police start arriving. He defeats them all until he is cornered in the bell tower. With nowhere else to go, Alfred and the others confront him, but Alfred tells the doctors to leave him. Alfred tells him that he has nothing left, and beyond that window outside there is nothing, as there is no Gotham, none of his friends exist anymore, or the world at all exists. Alfred tells him that he's finally free, so why not live in this life that he's created where there's no Joe Chill or any villains. Alfred wants Bruce to take his hand, but Bruce knows it's not Alfred, wanting to see the man who he really is. Alfred deactivates the hologram, showing that it is Alfred, only much older than he really is in the hologram. Alfred says that Bruce woke up before this was all finished, 2 years too early in fact, so Toyman wasn't able to finish the city or manor for Bruce to return to, filled with robots to make him think that he was living a real life. Bruce tells Alfred to come with him, but he cannot. But when he goes, he should take something to remember them by, like the penny. Bruce wants to know why he feels young and strong, but Alfred knows he won't like the answer, so he asks his old friend for one final favor, for a hug from the boy he loves. Crawling from the sand dunes, Batman returns to the real world, which is now a wasteland. Close by, he finds a jar hanging on a pole, and upon closer investigation, it is revealed to be the Joker's head in a jar. The head springs to life, happy to see his old nemesis is still alive and that he came back for him. Batman asks who did this to Joker, but he cannot remember, but he wants Batman to take him with him and he will try and tell him everything. As the Speed Force storms rage above, Batman and Noggin head out into the desert.